Max One-on-One.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Max One-on-One. Today I'm with Mike Floros from Steelcity. Yeah, here, Steelcity. You can see the logo here. Brother, how are you?
I'm fantastic, man. How you doing, Max?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for your time and for this interview. And I want to talk about your new album. I want to talk about music, in general. But you just put out there this Match 2 or Mach 2? What's the right way to pronounce it?
Mach 2.
Mach 2. And with a lot of music, a lot of interesting songs. The one that I like, we were talking before the interview, is Put a Little Love in Your Heart.
A little love.
That when you listen to the song, it's Put Your Love in Your Heart. It's like, I cannot pronounce that, man. It's so fast. But it's so cool at the same time. I love those phrases, when you use like a little bit of a trick to make it happen, and I think it sounds great, dude. It's my favorite song of the album.
Oh, cool. Thank you. That was one of our video releases. We did 3 lyric videos, and we really we enjoyed making that song. It's probably one of the most fun songs on the album, and I guess if you had to say there was an anthem on the album, I think that might be it. So that, or perhaps Hearts on Fire.
Hearts on Fire is the first track. I like, since we were talking about Wasted Time, man. Wasted Time is what a song, dude. Tell me about that one.
Oh, it's oh wow! It's just one of those songs that just kind of, you think about it, you think about all the things in your life, and how you're starting out, you're a young guy, your day's on the rise.
Yeah.
You're full of ambition, you're full of dreams, and the song's basically, one of those things where you're kind of hoping you don't get stuck in complacency, because, you and I and everybody else on this planet, we're here for such a short time. So as the song says, wasted time's like a hole in your head. One day you're going to wake up, you're not going to wake up, you're going to be gone. So the song is essentially about living your life, and it's, if you listen to the lyrics through the song, it's about a passage of time in one's life. And the goal in my life, hopefully for anybody else, is just to make sure that you look back at your life, that there's not a whole lot of regret. I mean, I think everybody has some.
Yeah.
But that there's not a whole lot of regret, and you live your life to the fullest of your own abilities. And I think that's kind of where the song kind of takes you.
It's very cool, but also, the music. The music is very, it has something. I think it's well done, man. The whole song is well done, dude.
That song is all about Jason's bass groove. That really is, because it sets the mood, and it kind of has a little bit, with the music being what it is, especially at the, towards the end of the song, where it says, "This is the end."
Yeah.
Kind of has a little bit of a Doorsy feel to it as well.
Cool, man.
Big chorus, just a good song.
Yeah. Since we are talking about the members of the band, can you tell me a little bit about the names, and everyone, what they do?
Well, I already mentioned him, so I'll start with Jason. You have Jason Cornwell on bass, also known as the Boston Bass Man.
Okay.
He has been a studio musician and a touring musician out of the Boston area for, I don't know, maybe since the dawn of time. But he's worked with a lot of really cool people. I think the most famous person that he's toured with is probably the Eric Martin Band.
Okay.
So dude, that guy. The first time I heard Jason play bass, I met him at NAMM, and
wow,
it looked like he was just doing like all this crazy stuff on bass. He almost looked like he was sweep picking on a bass. I was just blown away.
Wow.
I couldn't believe that, this is the guy. I'm like, this is the guy that's going to be the bass player for Steelcity. Plus, he's kind of like the Bieber of the band. He's our pretty boy. He's got the hair. Then we've got BJ Zampa on drums, and BJ, man, he's again a guy that's been around the block for a long time. He just posted a video the other day from like the early '90s and it was a video of him playing with Yngwie Malmsteen.
Wow.
So, yeah, and he's, BJ's in a couple of international acts. I think if anybody's followed BJ's career, they'd know who those bands are. Roy Cathey, of course, the lead singer of Cold Sweat, is our guy on the mic, and he's also in a Boston tribute band called Don't Look Back.
Okay.
And he's got his own baby, so to speak, in a band called The Fifth.
Okay.
And he's just got a hellacious voice, man. It seems to me like Roy's voice has gotten better with age more than anything else. And last but not least, the only remaining member of the band from the prior album is my boy Tony Stahl on keyboard. And Tony and I, I love that guy to death. Aside from the fact that everybody in the band has a real job, but Tony and I actually had the same exact job. I mean, so much so that we had the same exact job. We worked in the same exact, we're both neonatal pediatric respiratory specialists. We both had the same schedule. It was like he was my brother. And when Tony and I were talking about this album, in the direction that we wanted to take it, we were really looking more for we wanted to get some of that Deep Purple vibe or that newer Europe vibe where we had a lot of Hammond D3 in there. We really wanted like a ballsy keyboard sound to go along with the rock and roll, and I think the album was really good. And then Tony came in at the end and put his keys on everything, and it just changed the entire dynamic. And man, that guy. Can't say, the one thing I can say is I can't say enough great things about what every single member brings to this band. Because they all bring something special, and they were all dedicated to putting the best album out that we possibly could. We had a really great production team on this album as well, and that was Ty Sims and Eric Johnson. And Ty really just, Eric came in at the end after all the music was done, and he had some ideas for backing vocals. He kind of elaborated on what was already there in demo form, and he just kind of really just made all those backing vocals come together and sound a bit larger than life. And then Ty, of course, Ty's a master. You look at the bands that Ty's worked with and the work he's done.
Yeah.
His production style is top shelf.
Yeah, it's incredible how the professional work that they put behind it and how it lifts the whole. It's like match, and it shows in the album, definitely. I'm glad that you mentioned that. And talking about since we're talking about music, is this a little bit oriented to AOR?
I think that's the actual term AOR is kind of pretty broad spectrum. I would have to say, sure, there are some facets of it on the album, most definitely. Melodic hard rock is another term that's often used, but it just. What it is it's just music that comes out and it sounds like, AOR on this particular song and 80s hard rock on the next, and so be it. I think that for the most part, though, my writing style is influenced a lot by 70s rock, a lot by classic rock. Bands like Heart, Kiss is still a 70s classic rock band. You've got their T-shirt on, man.
Yeah.
Ace Frehley was my first guitar god, as he was for many. I love Boston, love Bad Company, and I think I mentioned Heart. So you put those elements in there, and then you throw in bands like Journey, Honey, Heat. One of my favorite '80s bands is Europe, Winger. It's kind of all tied in.
So tell me about the label. So the label is Paris Record.
Oh yeah, Tom Mathers, Paris Records. We kind of as a birthday gift, I guess, to aside from being a great opportunity for the band, it was kind of a birthday gift to myself because I signed with Tom, I think, the day after my birthday.
Wow.
It's just really we feel really very fortunate to be on Paris Records. Tom does a world of promotion. He works with the band, and you can tell that it's not just about moving units for Tom Mathers. It's more about the passion of actually pushing forward and helping, keep the message of rock and roll alive. he truly enjoys what he does, and he's a fun guy to talk to. Like I said, even outside of rock and roll, just sitting down and have a conversation with him. Hopefully, one day I'll get to take a vacation to Texas and maybe have a beer with the guy in person. Think about it, man. Tom is how many other guys? It's funny. I just looked over and I'm like, this is right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah. How many other guys, do something like this where you order a CD from the record label. Say you order a Steelcity CD from Paris Records. In that album, you're going to get a free CD sampler with dozens upon dozens of artists. You think about it. There you go. There's Tom's free plug for the day.
Mike, going back to your band, I know we have a pandemic. I know there's a vaccine that looks promising. Like the future. There's light. Yeah.
I've actually taken the first vaccine.
Oh really? Oh nice.
2 shots, 1 month apart. I've taken the first shot. Yeah. And
you're still alive.
Yeah, I have a tail. I have a big bushy raccoon tail, but other than that, I'm great.
Well, man, that means that you're ready to go and rock and roll, man. So is there anything that you're thinking, I don't know if in the next couple of months, but probably towards the middle of the year, 2021, go out on tour or, have some presentations here and there?
Well, one of the cool things for us is, you were talking about, Tom Mathers and Paris Records. We're also signed to Brad Lee Entertainment, which is just across the river from you. Yep. And so, we were actually supposed to play a show this month for Brad. It was going to be, I think it was the Blue Christmas is what they were calling it, with Roxy Blue. We were going to be their direct support. There were some other quality bands on there, like Wild America was on that bill as well. We were really excited to start playing as early as this month, and it just kind of fell through. But I'm sure, a shadow of a doubt, that Brad and staff like Dawn, I'm sure they'll all have some good shows.
Definitely, he's planning something. He's not going to stay there without planning something. He has something in mind, and he's going to make it work out one way or the other. So, last question: are you guys all based in Los Angeles, or because you told me that they're from different areas, but I don't know if you guys all live in Los Angeles or you are?
We're not, and that was actually a challenge when we did the Monsters of Rock. We did the Monsters of Rock live stream because DJ lives in Connecticut, Tony lives in New York, and those two states had very strict COVID laws, so those guys couldn't make the show. Yeah. We had. We had a couple of fellows come in and step in and just kind of hit the winning shot. Roy lives in North Carolina. And then, of course, Jason lives in Boston. I'm the only guy in L.A.
Wow.
Jason's here so often, though, he might as well live here. I'm actually in my studio, and he's got probably like 2 or 3 bases in the studio just waiting for him to come pick them up.
How cool is that, man? Mike, well, I want to wish you the best for 2021. Please keep me posted with every single news as soon as you have news about your band, because I'm very interested. And I love the new record, Mac 2, that I was listening to it in Amazon Music. You can listen to it on Spotify. It's in all social. But also, is there any website that you recommend for people to go and buy it? Any specific website or any social platforms?
Well, they could always, if you're a U.S. customer, you're a worldwide customer, you could stop by www.steelcityband.com.
There you go.
And you could also check out our shop. We've got T-shirts and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah, I saw them. They're pretty cool, man. I saw them.
Yeah, but aside from that, the really cool thing, again, going back to Paris Records and Tom Mathers, he's partnered with someone called WOW, W-O-W, WowHD.com. And you can go through wowhd.com if you're in a foreign country, say Sweden or Australia or Germany or the UK, it doesn't matter, and order the Steelcity CD and get it shipped to you free of charge.
Wow.
So it's really helped a lot with the international sales, and not only for us, but for all of Tom's bands, and it's really a great benefit being on the label.
Absolutely.
So I'd recommend, like I said, steelcityband.com. or wowhd.com. Those are probably the two best sources to pick up the album.
Amazing, man. Again, I love your band, Steelcity. Everybody go check them out. And dude, thank you again for your time. Have a great 2021 for you and your family, okay? God bless.
You too, my man, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Put a little love in your heart.